One thing I'm starting to suspect is, you know why this angel's headless? Do you have a disclosure? This meeting's over!
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hello my fellow enthusiasts, today I'm tackling Velvette and the song Respectless and how it is the perfect introduction to her character. Now I know she appears earlier in the previous episode and that introduction was pretty good in terms of what to expect of the character. However, this moment is honestly so well done that I had to talk about it, and it all hinges on what I said in the previous video. Show don't tell, or rather show and tell. Now to set the stage, the entire song Respectless is about Velvette and her frustration with the other overlords after they find out that one of the exterminators was killed in the previous extermination. Now the song itself is pretty good, however what I'm mainly going to be focusing on is the character of Velvette and how the song characterizes her perfectly despite not having any previous background on the character aside from 1 minute of screen time. Basically, this was, in my opinion, a perfect introduction or rather expansion on her character and how she sees herself. So let's start off simple and talk about one of the leading messages of the song. She is young. She has not been an overlord for long, and clearly from what we have seen, most likely climbed up the ranks incredibly quickly in comparison to her colleagues. With this fast increase in power and influence clearly affecting her character, she considers herself well above other overlords as well as her own colleagues, referring to herself as the backbone of the V's, with her colleagues as well as the overlords from her perspective being weak, stupid, and or afraid. As she was able to reach up through the ranks by sheer force of will and doing as she pleases, she actually shares that trait with Alistair, creating a somewhat superficial connection between the two, though one does it for entertainment while the other one does it solely to improve her current position by any means necessary. But moving on from that, the reason I enjoy this showing of hers is that it puts her character on full display. We see the effects of her inexperience and personal pride. However, we see 4 other characteristics that go along with this. 2 is that she is perceptive and intelligent. With this small display, she was able to figure out that Carmilla had some connection with the angel's death by merely observing her reaction to what she said and how she reacted, showing that although she is impatient, prideful, and incredibly arrogant, she is incredibly observant of those around her, and can get a decent idea of what they are thinking or how they are feeling in that moment. Something she quickly takes advantage of in order to stake her position within the group by calling Carmilla out, which in turn forced her to end the meeting, which both damaged her reputation slightly as she was bullied by a lesser overlord, but also made her suspect number 1 in what happened to the angel, something Alistair would then take advantage of, showing Velvette is a pretty decent manipulator and is good at both getting a rise out of people and to some degree getting what she wants. Thirdly, and I feel as though this is definitely going to bite her in the butt but also make her an incredibly interesting character, is that she is incredibly ambitious, and when she sees an opportunity she jumps at it incredibly quickly. She already had an offensive unit to take the fight to the angels days after finding out that they can be killed, then proceeded to come to a meeting to inform the other overlords specifically so she could get their support in destroying the current status quo by taking the fight directly to the angels. When she didn't get their support, she immediately called them out to get a rise out of them, showing both her desire for fast progress but her immense lack of charisma towards others or respect for the current order. This shows that she has a rebellious nature, however it also shows that although it does serve her well, the fact is that she wouldn't be anywhere near as powerful as she is without the other V's who make up for her shortcomings. Another reason I enjoy this is that it's pretty clear that she possesses specific ties and dislike for Carmilla. Something pretty interesting as going by looks, it's clear that they could be related both story-wise and biology-wise. Possible that the reason that Carmilla stomachs what she says is because she is her third daughter, and the two became somewhat distant after Velvette decided to become an overlord, actively encroaching on Carmilla's territory and becoming a partially senseless killer, something her mother is strongly against as she said she wanted to keep blood off of her face, and does what she does specifically in order to protect those she currently cares for. But that's just headcanon on my part. So with this 5-minute interaction and song, we are given the groundwork for her character traits, a glimpse of what she wants, her current connections and behavior, and how she interacts with other major characters. This, my fellow enthusiasts, is how you introduce a character, unless you completely disagree. And if you do, let me know down below. Did you like the song or did you hate it? Do you think this is actually an awful video with bad advice? Also tell me, because I think it would be a fun discussion. Thanks to my patrons, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye.